Welcome back to another episode of the Daily Deer. Today is, what is today? Well, if you're watching this, it is day 14, January 14th, which means it's Tuesday. And today we're talking about off-season reading. Let's go into the deer woods. Quote for today by Jack O'Connor: "A book is a dream you hold in your hands. For hunters, it's the dream of seasons yet to come." So I have started not too long ago a collection of outdoor conservation books. Conservation is a topic that I'm personally trying to learn a lot more about because it is a very deep, very holistic topic. So I picked up a few books by Jim Posewitz. Inherit the Hunt is a great book. These are very short, readable books. It's a journey into the heart of American hunting. So this is a good one. These are really cheap and affordable on Amazon. He's got another one here, Beyond Fair Chase, The Ethic and Tradition of Hunting. Another, obviously, look at this book. It's really skinny and short. And actually some of the proceeds of this book go to sustaining hunting. So that's pretty cool. Another one, if you haven't heard of the OK's Trapper podcast on the OK's Podcast Network, hosted by Zach Hansen, he's also an author of the book Turning Feral. And it's his journey of how he went from like this, white collar guy out in the I think Virginia, white picket fence, living this really awesome life. Not to say that it isn't or wasn't, but then kind of packed it all up and moved to the bottom of the Sawtooth Mountain in Idaho and picked up trapping as something that he loves. Still involved in the tech stuff, but obviously as an author and someone on our network, this is a great book to check out. Now, one that I think most of us as hunters hold nearest and dearest to our hearts as hunters is a Sand County Almanac. There's a quote from that book. I'm looking at the screen down here too. So there are some who can live without wild things and some who cannot. And that was a quote by Aldo Leopold. And clearly we are the type of folks who cannot. So if you haven't picked up a copy of the Sand County Almanac, words are hard in the morning, recommend this book. This is a very eloquent book that really ties ecology, conservation, and our relationship with the natural world together really well. It's very poetic. It's a really, really cool book. You can kind of just pick up and start reading somewhere. And the way that Aldo describes a lot of these different areas in Wisconsin or in these swampy areas and time of the year, it's quite beautiful. So if you are missing the deer wood, so to speak, in this time of year, in this lull of like there's no shed hunting yet, everything's kind of out of season at the moment, that book should bring you right into it in your mind's eye. It's really a great book. So I think, winter is like the perfect time to expand your knowledge. There's other books like The Big Game Animals of North America by Jack O'Connor. There's so many other books out there. Even just if you're not into the hunting books per se, like you can pick up a book by Ryan Holiday, The Right Thing Right Now, or Ego is the Enemy, a book that I believe a lot of deer hunters should be reading. To be quite frank, it's a good time of year to pick up a good book and dive in and take notes while you read. I usually read with a highlighter if I'm reading a physical copy. If I'm listening to Audible, I'll do the add note section and put a little clip in there about what it is I want to come back and tune into more. But a lot of times you can highlight some of those strategies or those philosophies that resonate with you, and then you can kind of pull that out during the season, next September or whatever, and try to like go back to what was important to you to see if you can bring it with you into the deer woods, so to speak. So the takeaway today is reading sharpens the mind and prepares the hunter. Start now and you'll enter next season with fresh insights, and I couldn't agree more. I think that's a great way to go about it. There's a compounding effect to doing things in the off season like scouting, which I am guilty of being terrible at. Just the seasons of life are really busy. So but the more I scout, the better the season can become. You get all that intel off season that you can apply to next season, looking at historical information. These books can teach us so much about just our heritage as hunters, strategies, tactics, mindsets, just getting your mind to check back into things that, you know, we love about the outdoors. A lot of that stuff is captured in these books by people that have come before us. So that's the Daily Deer for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the trek into the deer woods with me. Have a good one.